What's happening? I'm Iron Man from the music group theLottory, Showtime Records. You know who I am and you know what I does. I represent them Los Angeles Lakers for life. Hence the banner to my side. Now after I dropped that last video about the Houston Rockets, my boy Josh Hogg sent me a message. And as I was looking at this, I was trying to see in between the lines. It seemed like he was feeling a certain kind of way because he is the biggest Rockets, the Houston anything supporter in the world. You know, I would put that against anything. He is a Houston sports supporter to the fullest. That is my guy right there. But he was feeling a certain kind of way, like I was attacking, like I've been attacking the Houston Rockets. You know, I was born and raised in Cleveland, Houston, Texas. Whenever they're not playing the purple and gold, I represent these Houston Rockets. But he felt like in my last video, I guess it seemed like he felt like I was attacking the Houston Rockets. And I'm thinking, man, don't get mad at me, bro. You need to be mad because they played the Dallas Mavericks tonight. You need to get mad at JJ Barrera. He was attacking the Rockets tonight. That guy, that's who you need to be mad at. You need to be sending some text messages to, some really mad emails with some fire emojis on there. That you need to get mad at Harrison Barnes. You're like, oh, Harrison Barnes. Yeah, he still plays in the NBA. And he's quietly, he's collecting his like $25 million a year, which is... kudos to you and your agent, man. That timing is on point. But he was attacking the Rockets tonight in the game against the Dallas Mavericks. Okay, Dennis Smith Jr., that second-year guard, I think from NC State, was attacking James Harden, Eric Gordon, everybody just with the crossovers and just going and dunking. They basically had a layup drill against the Rockets. They had a layup drill. There was no bad side, no weak side protection, no rim protection, no nothing. Nobody could stay in front of the man. JJ Barrera was looking like, I mean, man, like the 2000 Olympics when playing for Puerto Rico, man. Puerto Rico, he was killing these boys again. He was attacking them. So don't get mad at me, Josh Hogg. You need to do something about that defense because it's looking porous right now. Before I continue on with this, let me give a good shout out to Daniel House Jr. They picked him up on the Houston Rockets. Good move by y'all. Daryl Morey. Good move. I was looking in the offseason, I was looking to pick up Daniel House Jr. and Shaquille Harrison because I think they were like two-way players for the Phoenix Suns. So they were going to be, they were exciting young players. They just didn't have any spots. They didn't know what to do with them over there in Phoenix, what to do with them. You know, so I wanted to pick them up for the Lakers so we could fill out the roster and still be able to afford, you know, LeBron James and Paul George at their max contracts. But that didn't work out. But hey, man, I'm glad they landed somewhere. Kudos to y'all. But he had an excellent game. Played like 20 minutes, had like 18 points and 5 rebounds. Wasn't mad at all. Wasn't turning the ball over too much. Good game for you. But on to some other stuff. Man, these guys, they played like 13 guys for the Mavericks. They played 13 guys got to play. 13 guys. Only one of them didn't take any shots. But out of those 13 guys, well, those other 12 guys, only 2 of them didn't shoot over 50% from the field. Everybody shot at least 50% or better. Hall of Fame guards, like the greatest guard of all time, Michael Jeffrey James Jordan. This guy, he ended up shooting like 48, 49%, you know, for his career. That's Michael Jordan. For his career, shot like less than 50%. Everybody on the Mavericks was shooting 50% or above, except for them 2 guys. There was no defense being played by the Houston Rockets. What? So, it was outrageous. Not only that, they got blown out by the Dallas Mavericks. They're not some type of scoring powerhouse, and they were being led by a rookie by the name of Luka Doncic. Man, they had this guy looking like the rookie of the year. Like he should be on the all-star team or something. He was, man.
Oh man. Oh, Harden. Show me that D. Show me that D. Oh no. Pump fake, step back. Oh, that is tough. That's tough. Let's switch up. Oh my God. Instant replay. Got him. Luka Doncic, rookie of the year. Looking like, crossover, step back in your face. Take that picture.
You see them two step back threes over there, but man, in the corner and the left-hand corner, but each step back right there, drain it. And it was like an instant replay. I thought they were showing it again. I was like, because this looks like the same play. He was like, step back, draining them. And I'm like, oh my God, they might want to get on this guy. I don't know exactly what they're doing, but they're not playing defense. That is not part of the game. But after getting blown out by the Mavericks, I'm guessing that's Carmelo's fault. Yeah, stay with me. I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna stomp on this because it's ridiculous how they treat that boy, future Hall of Famer. They said, Carmelo, man, hey, look, it's best if you just stay home because we're better without you. If you just don't play. It's called addition by subtraction. They said, we can't play with you anymore because we'd rather go with a different guy. And his name is Gary Clark. Mike D'Antoni, he looked into the camera. The reporters were asking him questions. He said, oh, Gary Clark, you heard about him? He's a player. Oh, he's a player. He's a hell of a player. Oh, he was a really good find. We gotta find more minutes for this guy. He's a hell of a player. He was dead serious about it. And I was like, okay, Gary Clark is nice. He's all right. No problem. I have no problem with Gary Clark. But today against the Dallas Mavericks, he played like 20 minutes. He went 0 for 5. And you think, well, maybe he worked himself to the line, got some fouls called, and then had 0 points. Big fat donut. And I'm not talking Shipley's, okay? He had a big fat 0 in the scoring column. Even though Carmelo scored we're not talking about defense, we're talking about, we talking about practice? No, we're not talking about defense, we're talking about offense. He got no buckets whatsoever, even though Carmelo scored 17 in a reduced role, scored 17 points a game last year for the Oklahoma City Thunder. In a couple of games earlier this year, he scored 28, had 20 or 17 points. He had some scoring outbursts, but y'all can't find no minutes for him. But y'all lost another game to the Dallas Mavericks, and I'm guessing that's somehow Carmelo's fault. Listen, this guy James Harden. Because I know the reason why they continue to lose is because of Carmelo Anthony. Stay with me. This guy, James Harden, who had 11 turnovers the last game, he only had 8 turnovers this game. He only had 8, so he's moving in the right direction. Yeah. Clap it up for that, for only 8 turnovers for an MVP player, the reigning MVP. But you know what happened to that? The rest of the team, he had 8 turnovers. The rest of the team, they only had 8 turnovers as a team, and he had 8. That's outrageous. From an MVP player, that makes it even worse. But I'm sure it's Carmelo's fault. Listen, during this game, what was the difference? What were the reasons why they lost? They couldn't stop nobody. Their defense is porous at best. The floodgates were just left open. It was just a layup drill. They were just going to the whole, dribble, shake, move, layup, shake, move, layup, getting dunks. Even Luka Doncic, who isn't even that athletic. Oh man, he came in and got him a dunk, threw it down. I was like, wow, what is going on with these Houston Rockets? But I'm sure it's Carmelo's fault. These Rockets, they shot like 28% from the three-point line. 28%, which is horrendous. 40% for a person, or that's an individual or a whole team, is you get the green light. I told you this before time and time again. You get the green light, you shoot that 40%, shoot as many as you want to. But the problem with the Rockets, even though they were so close last year, is when you live by the three, you know the rest of that. You die by the three when they miss like what, 27, 28, however many three-pointers in a row. The historically worst three-point percentage shooting performance in like the history of the playoffs. It was just the playoffs. You kidding me? You live by the three and you die by the three. And it was led by their starting backcourt, James Harden. He shot like 36% from the field. And you're like, that's not so bad. You know, it was all right for an MVP, a reigning MVP. And then you say, well, it's not so bad compared to Eric Gordon because he only shot like 30%. And they just steadily chunking them up. They chunking them up. I think they shot like 10 apiece. It was outrageous. Oh man, I think Harden shot 11 of them, and this guy Gordon, he shot like 10 of them. Ridiculous. Listen to that. So many factors led to them losing this game, and just the poor coaching of Mike D'Antoni. Listen, for the Mavericks, I don't think anybody played over 29 minutes. Nobody played over 29 minutes. I think that was Harrison Barnes who did that. Man, this guy Harden, he played like 37 minutes. 37 minutes. You say, oh yeah, exactly. Look at him. He had like 17 assists or some ridiculous number that was, stay with me, inflated. Because he's got the ball in his hands the entire game. Okay? And he's playing more than anybody else. And to finish it all off, because we all know, it's not a secret anymore, it's Carmelo's fault that even though they allowed 135 points in the last game against the lowly Washington Wizards, even though the highest scoring team in the land, the Milwaukee Bucks, led by the Greek freak Giannis Antetokounmpo, they were scoring like, what, 121 points a game? 121 points a game? You know how many they gave up tonight to the Dallas Mavericks? 128 points. That is fantastic defense. I'm so glad they got rid of Carmelo Anthony because he is the problem. But you won't have any problems as long as you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you're alerted every time there's a brand new video. I'm Iron Man from the music group The Lottery, Showtime Records. Holla.